Vinny Caravella,
Alex, what is up?
it's time to go to space again.
Finally, a space game.
I know, right? We love space here at Giant Beast.
I really do. I just had another. My son asked me, he's 4, another great question about space. He's like, oh, you know what? He did the kid thing of like, I would like to be an astronaut.
Right.
And I said, that's awesome. You should totally be an astronaut. And he said, can astronauts have toys? And I said, I think astronauts get the best toys.
Dude, yeah.
And he was like, do they break their toys? I was like, yeah, I think they do break their toys sometimes. But you know what? I think they learn from when they break their toys. So I said, astronauts make a lot of mistakes. But
they do.
But they learn from their mistakes, and that's what makes them pretty great.
Well, if you're into space and learning from your mistakes,
yes, Alex.
Here's a game that you might enjoy.
What game is this?
This is Halcyon 6. This is on Steam right now. I believe it was in early access for a while. It's out now.
The 6th Halcyon.
Yes, it is $16 at this moment on Steam. And it has been politely described to me by others as XCOM meets FTL.
Sure. And this is not early access.
No, it was, I think, at one point.
Okay.
But it is officially out now. This is a game where you are commanding a space station in sort of the ruins of a once thriving galactic federation.
Okay.
This mysterious alien threat has come in and wiped out a bunch of your people. You're kind of like the last bastion of human government in the universe.
Okay.
And you are occupying this old precursor race space station here in the center of all of this nonsense.
The Citadel.
Yes, if you will. This is a game about resource and time management and also some turn-based combat, and that's pretty much it. I like it a lot.
So there's a threat constantly here.
Yes, from a variety of sources.
So Battlestar Galactica-esque. You're the last.
Yeah, there are some human colonies around, but they're small, they're ill-equipped. You're kind of the last big beacon of hope.
In
this section of the universe, yeah. So as you can see, this is where our station is, right here. And around here, we have what's left of the new Terran Federation. These ships are all, there's a whole bunch of these guys. By the way, if anyone's been playing this, I didn't really know what I was doing for the first, I'd say third I was playing this game. So I'm a little behind on some stuff here. I might actually start this game over at some point.
So it says day 151. Did you start on day 000?
Pretty much.
Okay, so you've done 151 turns?
So time, you skip through a lot of it because... Here, this is probably the best place to start.
Okay.
A lot of your day-to-day game is just allotting time and resources to various people. You have these officer characters that you start with one, you get more over time, and they have 3 different classes: tactical, science, and engineering. And over time, you explore these empty sections of the space. You build new rooms
in there. Of the space station.
Yes. You build new rooms, and these things generate resources for you, help you repair your ships faster.
XCOM.
Yes, pretty much. As of right now, I have 3 main officers who are kind of commanding ships, and I have one more that's just kind of handling day-to-day tasks here. I probably could use more, but it took me a while to realize how to research an officer's academy, which was actually a pretty simple thing I was just missing at the time.
So when you explore a section of this base,
yes,
do you get to pick what it is, or it is predefined?
No, you get to explore. You get to decide what it is, and when you're exploring, that is like a couple of day task. Sometimes you'll find weird aliens in there that want to fight you.
Or join you, or always fight
usually
you?
Fight you.
Okay.
Or otherwise, there's just nothing in there, and you get some resources, and you get a new room that you can build in.
Okay.
The rest of the time, you're out here in the stars, and you're doing missions. Every one of these little icons is part of a mission. These are all the active ones I have right now. Some of these have time limits, others do not.
Jeez.
Right now, we're on our way to take care of, if I recall correctly, yes, these are some renegade members of a race. I forget. That's what they stole fuel from this sort of psychic, semi-omnipotent race that either really is trying to help you out or is definitely feeding you a whole bunch of lines of bullshit.
Okay.
Hard to know. But right now you're going to go try and rescue, I believe, some fuel from these folks. And that's where I'm at right now. So we're going to go do that.
catch up with
So
them.
there's my ships heading to where this stuff is.
Okay, so it's not necessarily turn-based.
Well, so the combat is.
All right.
When you're scrolling through time here, everything in the universe kind of is going in real time. But when you're in combat,
it's turn-based.
It's turn-based.
Okay.
So I finished this one. I managed to explore, do everything I kind of needed to do here for this first mission, which was just build out your Starbase.
You got no rewards.
Not everything. It was an early mission.
Not everything gives you rewards.
It's also worth noting that I'm playing this on the middle tier difficulty is the one that is like the way it's meant to be played. I'm playing one below because I kind of wanted to learn the systems. Sure. So ship combat might be a little easier for me than it would be if you go on the default. Okay, I got a new ship. I'll deal with that when I come back.
Oh, and a new officer?
Well, no, this is an officer I already had. So I'm basically giving her a ship, but she's not going to go fly anywhere anytime soon because right now I need her doing stuff back at the station. All right, back to the star map. Let's go fight these dudes. Space pirates, fuck these guys.
So who is in this ship that you're piloting?
So each of these ships is piloted by one of my senior officers.
One of those 4 people down at the bottom? Oh boy. So if they go, you gotta you have one person left. You have Genevieve or whatever left.
Yes, and I would have to rebuild, which means I would probably have to miss out on doing some missions for a while I sort of rebuilt my fleet.
Okay. Fight music.
The good news is, none of these are very strong. This guy is like middle tier. These are very weak ships. I should be able to destroy pretty quickly.
And again, you're playing on 1 tick down on the difficulty from the
from the middle.
Middle.
So each of these different ships, like this is our tactical officer ship, engineering officer ship, science. They all have their own sets of abilities. So this being a tactical ship, obviously they're very combat heavy. And you can kind of look and see what vulnerabilities and resistances these ships have. Right now, I don't know resistances because I haven't fought them before. But their vulnerabilities are I can go after the defensive systems pretty easily. As for this one, propulsion and anything that takes their engines down is a lot easier to do. Like area effect stuff.
Sure.
So right now, let's see. I have an engines down attack. Let's just get after that one. Bunch of damage right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And
so do these attacks, when you say quote unquote took their engines down, aside from being one of their weaknesses, like can they not run away? Or
I believe speed applies to how often they're able to attack. So if you take their engines down, they can't attack every turn.
Okay. So they do have effects that.
Yes. There are things like ship disability that you can do that will just take them out of the running until
like
that area effect goes away. Yeah, exactly. This is a good one. I can just take down their sensors.
Oh, it also looks like their chance to evade has gone down.
Yes.
Since you took their engines out.
And these area effects are good because certain attacks also play to those. So for instance, if I can find an attack with one of these ships that is able to exploit sensors being offline, I will do a ton more damage.
That's kind of cool. So it seems a little bit complicated on its head, but it looks like you've gotten a pretty good grasp of it. Does it come pretty quickly?
Yeah, it's like there aren't so many attacks per character, per ship or whatever, that it's hard to really like balance that stuff. Like I figured it out pretty quickly. Let's get after you.
And there's not really a lot of positional stuff here.
No, in some ways, the combat system reminded me a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, but it doesn't have the positional effects like you said.
That's what made me think of it.
So there's turn order, obviously, but that's really about as far as it goes.
You're not yanking ships forward.
No. This one will target. All right, that one's done. I exploited their sensors being offline with that attack.
You would.
I would.
So you.
This one I can actually siphon some resources, so I'm going to do that while also panicking their crew.
Is there any ship boarding?
So if you get boarded, your ship can't really attack while you're dealing with the internal threat.
Oh, so it's not a different game.
It's not a different game.
Okay.
But there is on-the-ground combat, but so far I've only seen that on the station when I run into aliens in those empty rooms. That's it. Let's see here. I should just destroy this one and be done with it.
Any way that you've seen yet to capture a ship without destroying it?
No. You can only build ships, as far as I can tell. There is not, you can't just,
take over?
Yeah. Let's see. What effect? Crew panicked. Dark matter extraction. Sensors offline. So if I have one that can do... Oh, yeah. This Go get him.
Yeah, you're doing some damage.
I'm gonna do crew panic. No. Yeah, let's just shoot him.
When you exit this fight, will you have full health again?
No, not until I return my ships to the space station and repair them.
Okay, so if you get into multiple fights, you
kind of have to be like careful about taking on too many missions before returning back to port.
Okay.
I should be able to just destroy with whatever we got here, so let's just do it. There we go. Done.
No mercy. Have you lost any battles yet in this space?
I have not lost a battle, but I have lost ships.
Okay.
So, like, I would have one ship get destroyed, but still win the battle.
And then you lose that commander?
Yeah. Yes, you lose that commander, you lose that ship.
Wonderful work.
Need to take charge of the freighter, and we'll be on our way to collective space. I can just have the fuel, that's fine.
What's the tone here?
So I would say the tone is a little bit exasperated, in the sense that all the aliens you deal with are kind of unbearable, but like charmingly so.
Okay.
The sense of humor is really skating that edge between like knowing sarcasm and being over the top annoying, and it manages so far at least to avoid falling into that like we are screaming bad jokes at you.
Yeah, you get
tone.
a lot of aliens with memes and stuff like that.
No memes.
Okay.
No memes. Just a lot of double dealing, a lot of like weird personalities, and you kind of react in kind, but it is, like I said, it's not kooky. It's not too precious about it.
Okay.
That's been my take on it so far anyway. All right. While we're here, let's see if there's anything. Oh boy, there's a lot going on out here. I think I'm just gonna return home for the time being. Repair my ships.
So what do you, there's got to be a better way, but my brain isn't functioning right now to ask this question. But Alex, what is the game loop?
The game loop is trying to build out your station, taking on these missions as they come up, and just interacting with the different species that are around. Sometimes they're hostile to you, sometimes they want to help you. I think in the end, you're trying to purge this alien threat that has showed up and tried to, wipe out your entire space, or like your entire race.
So you're doing missions to gain creds,
like
or money?
Resources
in which you're building out your Halcyon 6 or whatever your home base is, which can get you more ships, which can let you take on more missions to eventually, like you said, purge or take back over this sector?
Yes, that is the idea. And it's not really about taking over the sector. Like, you're not taking territory. It's not like, in Saints Row or something like that, where you're trying to take over sections of the map.
You're not building another base.
I don't know why Saints Row is the one that came to mind in that. There's probably plenty of other games that I could have mentioned, but that was what came to mind. Yeah, let's just have you keep recruiting crew for the time being. But these are the 4 resources you're kind of balancing as you go along. Like crew, you need crew to handle certain tasks, but you also need to use crew to like recruit new officers and do other things. Materials are just sort of like, building materials, same kind of with dark matter.
Okay.
And fuel is just what your ships run on.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the gist of the resource stuff.
And you get most of that from missions?
Yes. And you have, I have some things on the station that will also generate those resources. Not in large quantities yet, but, I get them.
What's, all the stuff in the lower right? All your
so this is
alerts? Up
down
screen.
here. Okay,
yeah.
So these are missions. These are the ones I could be heading to at any point. Like I said, some of these have time limits. Others do not.
Mm-hmm.
This is just overall notifications. Like, a thing happened.
Okay.
An event queue is just, what is being done on your ship right now. Or on your station.
On your station.
Yeah.
All right.
The Cruel is the nasty species that has been around.
And you've done one. This is your first run through this. So
yes, I have not. I have not tried to restart with a more okay, I know what I'm doing mentality yet.
Okay. Or I'm curious how much is randomized. Will it always be the Cruel?
I think it will. I think so. The core species and groups that you're dealing with are always the same. I think there are some main story beats that are always the same. I think where ships appear and who you choose, and where in what levels they are
Okay.
That, I think, is randomized. Like, you won't always get ships with this exact makeup every time on a given thing.
It doesn't seem like it. It
Yeah.
seems like they're leaving a lot open to
Yes,
replayability.
I think so. That said, I do think there is a beginning and an end to this game. Like, there's you're trying to get to an end point. I've heard it quoted around like 15 hours. I don't know. I'm nowhere near that. I'm probably like 3 or 4 at this point. All right, let's see what missions we've got right now. Where's that colony? Oh, it's right there. That's easy. Yeah, I should just send the fleet after that so they don't get exploded.
So again, you think this will just be ship combat?
Yes, this will just be ship combat. And let's launch. And you can rename your ships and your fleets if you want, if that's a thing you're into.
Yay.
All right, I'm going to find another job for you, actually, because this is not actually getting us that many crew members at the moment. So these, like, you have to have officers of certain ranks to do these higher ones.
Uh-huh.
What are we going to get here? Physical training, combat training, speed training, aiming training. The green shirts being the recruits that you have.
Training.
Yeah. Let's see what else we can have a person do right now, because there's some things we could use. Can't do a new officer yet, so we won't do that. You know what? Let's explore. Is there another room we can explore? Yeah, let's explore this one. Start exploring.
3 days to explore it.
Yep.
My goodness.
Think of it as like you've just inherited an old house.
Yeah.
And you need to go through it and make sure that you clean out all the junk that's still in there.
Sure.
That's basically what you're doing.
And when she's done, she'll be like, "Oh, this is a usable engineering."
Now imagine
room.
that house was occupied by an ancient precursor race who hasn't been around in like thousands of years.
I mean, I live in Jersey.
Imagine how much buildup of bullshit would be in there.
I live in Jersey. I know what's up.
Exactly. You know about precursor races.
Yeah, everybody knows. That's where America was founded, by the precursor race.
Let's see. Okay, resistance to weapons and weapon systems and weapons disruption. Resistant to probably the same deal. So hull and hull breach stuff works well on these.
Do it.
Let's see what we got here. So this doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it basically makes them open to more damage from other attackers by beaming explosives onto their ship.
It's got a real like JRPG vibe.
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
Which I like.
Let's see. I don't think I need to deal with that just yet. Let's get some dark matter from those jackasses. Crew's freaked out. Good. Crew's panicked. Then let's drop this death from above on them. This is a risky attack because it actually could give me a hull breach.
Oh, really?
But it does a bunch of damage. Let's see here.
Have you ever had people flee? Enemies try to flee?
They have not tried to flee. I have retreated a couple of times when things were getting a little too hairy. Let's see what else I can do. Let's do a backstab. Not sure this will actually do a whole lot, but
I feel like that guy's not even in the turn order. Is that because his crew is panicked?
I think so. It may have just taken him out of the order for a short bit.
Okay.
Let's see if we can knock some sensors off. That's always good. Let's have you go after that. And then...
Oh, now he's back. Oh, must be healed up.
What else do we have? There's a fun one that the science ship has that unfortunately this character doesn't have. I lost my original science commander, which was warp space-time, which basically fucks up the actual structure of space around their ship and causes them to panic and like really does a ton of damage if they already have a hull breach.
That's different than bend space-time?
Yes.
Nice.
What do we have here? New sensors offline. There's a sensor offline one that I can do. Not currently. All right. Let's just blow that one up. Bye.
Sad. What's the name of that other ship you're fighting?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, a young basher?
Yes.
Okay. Young basher.
I think they're supposed to be like sort of like bioship type stuff. Like they're not like their technology is biotechnology.
Okay.
I don't think I'm misinterpreting that.
And they are the main villain?
Yes, they are the ones who are most heavily harassing you. That created a hull breach. I think I have a hull breach. Okay, no, I don't with this ship. Oh, you, though. You can take advantage of a hull breach. Yeah, let's just keep hammering until they're dead. And bye.
Bye.
Nice knowing you. Well, not really. All right. Took care of that. Kept the colony alive. All that fun stuff.
There you go. Does that mean you got a new officer?
I did not get a new officer. Just meant I think I got a new talent for that officer.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you rescue one of these stations or one of these colonies, you can either decide to evacuate them and add them to your station crew, or you can have them continue production. I'm going to evacuate this one because I need more crew than I did do fuel at this point. Yes.
That's a lot of crew.
I could use them at this point. All right, let's see if there's anything else I can do while I'm out here. Jansen colony also under attack. Let's do something more fun.
Is there a lot of variety in the actual, not the description, but what you do for the mission?
So far it's been a lot of combat.
That says land on something.
Let's do that. I haven't done one of these. Yeah. This has been sitting in my queue for a bit, so let's go do it. This is the place, right? Yes, that's the place. Send a fleet.
21 fuels. You're not coming back from that one.
I might, depending on how things.
How'd you get so strong? I never saved.
Oh, I guess I can't actually go there right now. All
right.
Why not? I'm not sure, but you know what? Let's go home first.
Okay.
Wait, that's the wrong thing. Where am I? I'm up here. There I am. Turn home. Maybe that's the thing, is I actually don't have enough fuel for that trip, so they're like, nah.
Try again.
Let's repair our ships first.
Look at all these ships.
So that's the ship. So these are the kinds of ships I can build if I want.
Okay.
I probably actually should have them build another ship just to be safe. What do I already have?
You got plenty of dark matter.
Yeah. I already have a knight. Let's build this warder.
Do you always have 3 ships in battle?
So your fleet, each individual fleet is up to 3 ships.
3 ships.
You can have multiple fleets.
But not in a single battle.
No. All right, let's try that for real now.
Really real?
All right, there we go. Repair all.
That's cool. That's a cool option.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay, so this is where we had problems before. I found this alien in this area, so I can add a couple of cadets who don't really have shit. If I had more officers, they could help out.
What's going on here? What happened?
So she was investigating this room, found this alien hanging out.
Oh, this is back on your...
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we got here.
That's cool. We can look at some of this ground.
Yeah, I think we'll have ground combat when we get to that area as well. Vulnerabilities mechanical.
Oh, juvenile.
All right, I don't know if I have any good mechanical anything, so... Yeah, all right, let's just do it.
You doing it?
Doing it, got no choice. Gotta do something. Oh boy, he already just took damage there. All right.
You'll be fine, cadet.
Y'all ain't doing so hot here. Might just have to run away. We'll see.
This is a bad room.
Yeah, apparently. Laser, shrapnel grade. All right, so...
I don't know, Alex.
That thing can heal this, which is why I'm going after it first.
Oh, sure. I see that.
Yeah, I don't feel strongly that I will survive this. If I lose my 2... Yeah, all right. If I've already lost my green shirts, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Retreat!
Oh, it just popped it up?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. That's a pile of ribs.
Yep.
That guy got like a
Get
Mortal
out.
Kombat.
Get out. Yeah.
Is that?
I'm gonna
did you
need
make it
some.
out?
I'm gonna need some stronger folks to get through that room. I think. The good news is that my officer survived. I mean, the green shirts, whatever. But yeah, I can upgrade my these officers right now. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, let's reinforce our. That's a good ability to have. And who else do we have?
Can they specialize in like ground combat?
Yes, there are ground combat abilities you can upgrade as well.
Okay.
Let's do that. All right. Let's continue on with our previous mission.
Okay. Beam down to the surface.
Let's get them.
All right.
All right. So these are my 3 main officers who all have better abilities than those green shirts did. Let's see what we're up against here. Vulnerable to beams, resistance to electrical. Both vulnerable to beams. All right, so I got some beams. Let's do some beams. Grenade, so,
No beam on her?
No beam on her, but that's fine. Yeah, let's deploy.
As long as you're not doing electrical.
He's got a beam. Psychic surgery. No ally. Delayed recovery. All right. I don't know if either of these can heal. Wait, what did I just do?
I think you healed yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never actually had to use these guys in combat before, so this is all new to me.
It's a learning experience for everybody.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Lead that space monster. Drone takedown, mine toss, ball lightning.
So shocked would not be good because
yes,
they're electrical, right?
This should work.
That's pretty good.
That was not bad. And I've got a beam, so that should work. He's very confused now.
Does that mean he's going to hit that guy?
I don't know.
Oh.
Took a little shot. Nothing too major. Just finish that off. Bye.
Goop.
All right, let's see. Oh, that did good.
Yeah, I think you're going to win this.
Yeah, these are not particularly strong enemies. That one in the ship was a lot stronger than these guys are. Finish him. With your space knife.
Nice. Hooray!
All right. I've recovered the materials. That is that. Since my ships are okay, I should probably try and save this colony before I head out. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Want to save that colony and then maybe we'll call it?
Yeah, I think so. Unless any interesting events take place.
Ooh,
all right,
new ship is ready.
Yep. Don't have any officers for it yet, though, so we'll just...
And you'd also need 2 other ships to make a new fleet, right?
Well, you can have a fleet that's just one ship if you want.
If you want.
If you want, I guess.
You could do that.
It's not the way I would go, personally.
That guy's got a lot of health.
Yeah, there's some toughies here, but I think we can do just fine. What do we got here? I can't remember what everything I have is. Let's supercharge our own weapons. Can't hurt. And let's try the old upload a virus.
Oh.
Knock out their sensors. All right. Do I have one here that will do? Okay. You know what? Let's just supercharge the polarity on these motherfuckers. And
taunted.
Let's get at him. Yeah, go after that one. That was good.
That was a good hit.
Let's get some dark matter from that dude. They don't have a crew.
Trash talk happening.
Sensors offline. Engines down. Hull breach. Let's just go after this one. Try and take him out.
Are there boss fights?
I have not seen any yet. I've dealt with some more powerful ships, but no like straight up bosses yet.
Okay, like multi-stage.
No, nothing like that yet. There could be, I don't know.
Wow.
Breach that hull.
Big hit.
Finish him.
Yeah, take him out.
Bye. As for you, yeah, let's just keep flak barraging.
So you don't have like an energy cost. You just pick whatever you want.
Yeah, as long as, well, so some have a cooldown, like you can't use every ability every time, but that's it. And yeah, let's do another hull breach at him. And then let's just finish him.
Think that'll do it?
Should do it.
Nice. Colony saved.
Yeah. All right, so let's head back home. No, you know, keep generating crew for us at this colony. I think that's important.
And what are those skulls on the map?
So that was a colony that unfortunately got destroyed because I didn't have time to save them.
And there's nothing you can do now. It just puts that skull there to remind you.
Yes.
Of your
that you fucked up.
Failures. Yeah, what do you think? Call it?
I think I'm gonna zoom time a little bit here and see if any like interesting events pop up. Otherwise, I'm gonna say yeah, let's call it. So far, just a lot of distress calls.
Some new missions.
Yeah. I just want to see if one of these other alien species will show up at some point. I'm wasting time. Like I could be having my officers do all sorts of shit right now, but
in space, what else is there to do?
Yeah, I didn't go save them, so unfortunately.
Another skull for the map.
All right. You know what? I don't want to totally ruin my save. You know, I'll probably actually start this game over.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of missed the boat on some stuff early on, so, you know. But that's, I think, the gist of it. There's all sorts of stuff on this map I can go do right now if I want to, and so far I've been enjoying it. It's not a, you know, terribly complicated game, I would say, but I've been having fun with it.
Cool. Halcyon 6?
Yes.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Vinny.